What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Poke Portfolio video. Today, we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to do a tier list video. I'm hopefully going to run through it pretty quickly because there's a lot to cover. We're going to be looking at the Sword and Shield era of Pokemon. Definitely one of my favorites, although I think Scarlet and Violet is going to surpass it. I believe with the upcoming sets, it's going to be bigger than Sword and Shield, but that's just my opinion. So there's a lot to cover, but we're gonna go pretty quickly through the first couple because I know they're not everyone's favorite. So first off, we have Sword and Shield base. So guys, it's quite a lackluster set. It's the first card, Snorlax VMAX, the most expensive, 35 market price dollars. Marnie full art is next. The Snorlax VMAX normal non-rainbow is next. It doesn't have the best selection of cards, guys. Nothing's really talking to me. Nothing's really popping. It's pretty shallow. There's not much depth to it. I mean, the chase cards are Snorlax and Marnie and Lapras. So it's, to me, definitely pushing it down somewhere down the bottom. I'm gonna say, is it the worst? I'm gonna put it in D for now, just because it just doesn't have that depth. And although it's performing really well in price, but I'd say just in terms of investing and set, just how good the set is. That's what we're going to be basing my sort of opinion off. Is how good is the set? Is it investable? Where's it going long term? These are all considerations when I'm ranking these sets, guys. So on to Rebel Clash. There's a bit more pricier cards in here. Boss's Orders is pushing $40, which is interesting. It's interesting because you're getting up there to the 50 mark at that point. You see some growth there. Again, quite a lackluster set. I think they were just trying to find their ground in Sword and Shield at the start, and now they're just not performing. The sealed product is obviously king and is continually going up because there's just less demand and less supply of the cards on the market. So what we're seeing is Boss's Orders is carrying this, both the rainbow and the normal. So again, lackluster. Not many sought after Pokemon in this set. I'd say, no, literally none. The Dragapult, maybe, yeah. So it doesn't really have a chase. So I would also put that in D tier, and that's just my opinion, guys. So Darkness Ablaze, the next set. Now, ironically, I think these cards are better. I really do. I think that people would prefer these cards. It's just I think it's just because there's so much of it out there. I'd assume that's why the prices are so low. Like the Scissor VMAX Rainbow, it's a beautiful card. The Salamence, another great card. Charizard, the Charizard that started all the other Charizards in Champions Path and Shining Fates. It's the same sort of artwork there. Yeah, Salamence set. These are just more popular Pokemon. Now, whether for me, it's just for me. I think it's a better set in terms of cards. The pricing is not saying that. The pricing is telling me that the market doesn't value it as much as I think it should be valued. So, I think it's better. That's just my opinion. I do think it's better than Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash. Although the booster boxes for these two, maybe due to print runs, and this is where print runs definitely come into it, is they're just not valuing it as highly. So yeah, that's another consideration, but it is what it is. So moving on to Champions Path, quite another interesting set really, because you have two main chase cards, and then everything else is essentially $10 and under, which it gives you an interesting dynamic, because if you don't pull these two, there's not much at all. But I will say these two cards are as just one of the best Charizard artworks I like in Sword and Shield. It's definitely up there, maybe behind the Brilliant Stars or art, but the I've got the Gardevoir. But apart from that, there's nothing really of merit. So what I would do is I'd also put it in C, just because um it's got those two chase cards. I'd say maybe above Darkness Ablaze just because of those two chase cards, but that again, what's the chances you're going to pull these two? It's quite low. Um, on to Vivid Voltage. I've actually got two boosters of Vivid Voltage that I bought for back in the day for 125. Definitely my worst investment. Not a great set, but it is better. It is the best set, in my opinion, out of the bunch that we've seen. So it's the first set to bring in amazing rares, which I absolutely loved, and it's a shame that they were printed so much. Well, it's not really a shame, but for collectors and investors, it's a shame because they're so stunning. I love the artwork of the Rayquaza, Celebi, etc. It's actually got some interesting card. Leon full art, I absolutely love. Nessa, another great card. Domanatan, Galarian version, Togekiss, and then obviously the Pikachu VMAX. It's got that chase going for it, guys. It does have that chase, and there's a Snorlax there, but it's stamped. Um, yeah, Pikachu VMAX. It back in the day, it was a very important card. I think the hype sort of come down for this, but we could see it start climbing back up, and I think that's what Vivid Voltage is sort of starting that slow crawl back out of that valley, back out of the gutter. It's starting. It's starting, guys, and I feel because of this chase card, it is going to perform okay in the future. It's definitely not the best, but it will perform decent. So I am quite. I'm torn between C and B for Vivid Voltage. Yeah, let's put it in B, and let's maybe move things around when I sort of nail other things down, because things can change. Things can change. So on to Shining Fates. Another interesting set where we have almost like just one or two cards that are worth picking up. Really, three. Well, I'd say these three cards are what I'd be getting from the set if I was collecting it. Maybe the Rapidash, Baby Shinies, but again, probably the worst. I'd say Fates set, in my opinion. I mean, the Charizard is gorgeous. It was that Darkness Ablaze version Charizard, but the shiny version is lovely. But because it was printed just just high heaven, that who's gonna be paying high prices for something that's so it's not really that investable for me, and that's my opinion. But where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it, guys? It's definitely C tier, but is it above Darkness Ablaze? Yeah, I guess. It's got all the baby shinies. Is it above Champion's Path? Probably not. Maybe. It's in between. It's in between these two. Let's put it above Champion's Path for now. It's got a bit more depth with the shinies. Um, yeah, the Skylar's nice, but that's all it has really going for it. So, ironically, the second half of Sword and Shield was the best. It doesn't always go that way. A lot of eras start amazing, end poorly. Some eras take a while to get going, and that's what Sword and Shield definitely is. But Battle Styles, the first, it actually looks decent now. It actually looks decent now. I think when it first came out, it didn't really do it for me. But looking back at it now, it's got actually some decent cards that I feel could be collectible and people will be wanting. The Tyranitar, stunning. I actually love these two, Urshifu and what's the other one? Yeah, they're both Urshifus, both for art arts. So yeah, I mean, the Empoleon, that's the other one. That's what I like. So they're great cards. They have potential to keep climbing. And the Houndoom Gold there. Yeah, I'd say I'd put it in B tier, and I think it's better than Vivid Voltage just because it's got those art. There's the introduction of all art arts, and that is what started the boom of Sword and Shield, you might say. So, Chilling Reign, the alt art king set. Now, look, I know some of the people in my comments are saying they don't like Chilling Reign. Um, I have to disagree. It's definitely one of my favorite Sword and Shield sets. It might be third, but it's up there. It really is up there. I did end up pulling the Shadow Rider Calyrex out of a pack, which was crazy. Ended up trading that in for a Lost Origins booster box, which was again another great move. Plus some cash. But this set is is stunning, and I can't see it any other way. I think when it came out, people weren't too fussed. I think it came out amongst other good sets, and maybe it got printed a little too heavily. But guys, you have a major chase card above $250. That's huge for the set. Absolutely huge. The Galarian, another above $100 card. Galarian Moltres, stunning. The moon on the background, the red pink flame. It's just gorgeous card. And it goes all. This is another great card. I think some people tie it with Zelda. That could be a thing for some people. Snorlax, and then you have the other birds, the Articuno, Zapdos, another Calyrex, Rapidash art, which is nice. So another deep set, guys, and I absolutely love it. It's definitely my top three. So if it's in my top three, it has to be S. It has to be S. The number of alt arts is, I think, one of the most out of all the Sword and Shield. So yeah, that's what I'm basing that off, and it has that chase. It has that depth, which is good for the hobby. So on to the big boy. I mean, is there any point me discussing this too much? Banger, 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 banger. All bangers. You can't really say it's not a great set because if you are, I mean, are you looking at the prices? Are you looking? Do you know how much it's going for? The market completely disagrees with you. So where is this going to go in terms of investability? It is actually, in my opinion, quite investable. I just think there's better returns elsewhere. It's going to follow Team Up. It really is. You have a 1.3K card in dollars in this set, and it's just crazy. A $450 card. These cards, the demand is through the roof, and if you can pick up Evolving Skies packs for MSRP, that means in terms of it, can you get it in collection boxes as a loose pack? Can you get it in a little deal like that for MSRP? It's going to be hard now, guys, as we go on, but you might get some late reprints. I know Ultra Prism got a small reprint and some collection boxes. Cosmic Eclipse has been reprinted. Crimson Invasion has been reprinted just for collection boxes. So if something comes out in the future where it has an Evolving Skies pack, I would pounce on it. I really would. I mean, the packs are going for 17 odd dollars now. So I mean, it's definitely creeping up. It's definitely creeping up there. So yeah, S tier. You can't fault it. You can't really say it's not great because it is, and it's investable. In my opinion, it's better than Team Up. It's gonna go above it. So let's move on to celebrations. Now, my opinion is on this set, it's undervalued and underrated, and people are sleeping on this set big time, absolutely big time. It was yes, it was printed to oblivion, but guys, it has all these nostalgic cards. The Shining Magikarp, the fact that you can get a Shining Magikarp card for under $10 is wild because it was such a rare card, like without the 25th celebration. But for you to experience the art, and same for the birthday Umbreon Gold Star, to have a Gold Star, it brings that nostalgia back. I think for some people, the Blastoise Venusaur, obviously, and some of these EXs through the different eras. It might not be the most valuable set in terms of actual card price and just set in general, but it's it's nostalgic, guys, and I think that's what it's going to have going for it. And if you get, like, I've got exposure to it, but if you get the celebrations Pokemon Center ETB, which is, in my opinion, undervalued, and it could be a buy going forward if you can get it under 100. Great buy, because it's got those other packs as well. It's got Darkness Blaze and some other things in there thrown in on top of the packs. I think it's undervalued, and this set could keep going. The Charizard has seen a nice little increase, I think. Umbreon is going to start climbing again. So, yeah, celebrations, people are going to disagree. I'm putting A. That's where it's going. Fusion Strike. I have just started a position in Fusion Strike. I've just bought one booster box off the Pokemon Center because for some reason it's still in stock. This set obviously got printed very heavily because it's still in stock. How else would it be? Now, saying that, the Gengar is pushing $400 now, even with heavy printing 3 years ago. The Espeon is still pushing 200. And it's actually, again, a stunning set. I don't think it's got the depth that Chilling Reign does, which is why I think Chilling Reign's better. But Fusion Strike, when it first released, I didn't like it. I don't know why, but I didn't really like vibe with the Gengar. I mean, I don't really like the Gengar art, but that's just me. I much prefer the Celebi and the Mew arts. But I could see this. I could see this really jumping quickly just because the card price isn't matching what the booster box is saying, especially in the UK. I know the US has had that run recently, so there is great potential here. I'm going to put it above celebrations because otherwise you guys will kill me. Yeah, on to Brilliant Stars. Again, lacking a bit more depth, lacking even more depth than Fusion Strike. So, in my opinion, the Umbreon, man, I really don't like this art of the Umbreon. Again, it's just not doing it for me. The Arceus is stunning. I think that should really take over that position there. The Charizard, amazing. But guys, apart from that, I mean, I like the golds, Moltres and Zapdos, but apart from that, nothing's really standing out to me. It's holding some value. Like, there's a lot of cards over $10. It's holding some value, which is good. But for the fifth best card to be an Ultra Ball secret is crazy. So for this set, it's good. It's good. Is it? I'd say I'd put it above Battle Stars, just below Celebrations, because I think Celebrations is undervalued right now. I might have to rearrange this. But what we got next? We've got Astral Radiance. Again, I actually like this set. I don't have a position in this set, which I'm okay with. You can miss things. It's okay to miss. It's okay to miss sets, but the Machamp is a great card. It's the chase for the set. It's above 100, which is good and has going for it. And then you have some mid-range cards. You have some from 20 to 40. 20 to 50. You have that Starmie, the Palkia, the Dialga, Garchomp, great card. Sneasler, Beedrill. Yeah, so it's an okay set. That's where my mind goes. It's got the Machamp there. Yeah, I mean, the booster box I think has seen a little climb recently. Is it better than Brilliant Stars? Probably not. Is it better than Battle Stars? Oh, that's a toughie. It's a toughie, I'd say, because Battle Stars has grown on me. It really has. It really has. Pokemon Go. I mean, it's trash. It is trash. For some reason, it's holding value. I don't know whether it's because people aren't opening it, so there's not enough cards going around. But I love the Radiant Charizard. That's okay, and the Rainbow Mewtwo is good. But apart from these two, which I like, I mean, I don't like the whole Pokemon ball thing in the middle. So Where is it gonna go? Is it better than Sword and Shield? See, it's hard, guys. It really is hard. Is it better than Sword and Shield base? Well, it can't be really because it's been printed to high heaven. So it's better than Rebel Clash, I'd say. I'd say. I mean, let's leave that there. Let's leave it at the door. We don't like Pokemon Go, guys. Come on now. Lost Origins. What are we gonna do with Lost Origins? It is a great set. It is a great set. I think some of the because it's been open so much, chasing that Giratina, I think some of these cards aren't holding as much value as I would have hoped. But they're great cards. They are great cards, and in the long run, great sets with great cards do really well. So, Giratina, what a card, chase card. What can I say? Amazing for pushing 400 now. Aerodactyl, another great card. You see all the dinosaur Pokemon and the volcano there in the background. And it's got a trainer gallery as well, which is definitely a strong point for this set. I mean, the Pikachu's up there, the Pikachu VMAX is up there. So yeah, I think it's holding more value. I think people are gonna judge me depending on where I put this set because people love it. But yeah, I think it's better. Is it better than Fusion Strike? Oh, man, it's hard. Is it better than Fusion Strike? Right, let's come back because I'm gonna be here forever comparing. Um, Silver Tempest. I really don't like the set. I think it's confusing. I think Blaziken, these Blaziken cards. Why are they not in Chilling Reign? If Blaziken was in Chilling Reign, I think Pokemon do that a lot. Why is the Rayquaza here if it's not in Evolving Skies? I think they mix and match where they should just go for the set, instead of mixing and matching all these themes. But yeah, the Lugia, I'm not the biggest fan of this card. It's the chase for the set, obviously. The artwork just doesn't do it for me. I think they could have done a way better job. I really do. Like coming out the water or something, and it's quite dark as well. So it doesn't really pop as much. Yeah, I mean the unknowns, okay. The Lugia's okay. The Rainbow's okay. It's just okay. Like there's nothing really talking to me that I want to buy a box. I'm not sat here thinking, oh, I've missed out on Silver Tempest. I feel like I really need it in my collection. Like looking at the set, I'm like, okay, I could miss it. I mean, yeah, I could buy it, but I could miss it. There's no conviction there for me. So it's definitely I personal opinion, it's probably better than Vivid Voyage, but it's worse than Battle Styles. I think Battle Styles was just because it's so cheap and was slept on, you know, I think people are hating on it big time. Um, Crown Zenith, the last set. Well, I think there's only one word for this set, and that's amazing. It is top tier. The artwork is top tier. It's good for now that there's high pull rates. People are gonna. I mean, the market's been eating this up. I think as soon as the Sam's Club, Sea and Sky collection, and everything, all of that jazz in America goes away, I think we're going to see some real heavy price movements on these cards because they're just they're so good. They're so good. I've never seen a set apart from Evolving Skies with so many good artworks, like good, really solid cards, like good hitters. Let's load the second page in here so we can continue the amazingness. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps going, guys. It really does. There's so much depth to this set, and I don't think I don't think anything is close to Evolving Skies. But yeah, I mean, I'm this. I played Diamond and Pearl as a kid, so this definitely does it for me. You got all the cards that I would ever want in a set. So where's it going? It's going S tier, guys. It has to. It's better. Yeah, it's better than Chill and Rain. It's not better than Evolving Skies yet, but imagine a time in 10 years. Imagine 10 years down the road. Is it going to be competing for that top set in Sword and Shield? Yeah, it might be. It might be. So you got to look at that time frame and see what in the future. Trying to like get a gist of what the future is going to be like. It's hard. It is hard. Now, do I want to move things around? Is the question. This is what my heart is saying, but what's my head saying? Is Fusion Strike better than Lost Origin? That is the question. Where is Fusion Strike? There. Yes, there. Okay. Yeah, it might be. I think it might be. You're gonna hate me. I think it might be. See, the Guillotine is better than any card in Fusion Strike, right? The Guillotine is better than any card in Fusion Strike. But that's it. I think every other card in Fusion Strike beats every other card in Lost Origin. So I guess it has to be that way. The Giratina is one of the best cards in Sword and Shield, hands down. Don't get me wrong, that is a fact. But in terms of the whole set, I think Fusion Strike's better. Chill and Rain, I really love it. I really enjoy Chill and Rain. Enjoy Celebrations. You're gonna hate me for that. Brilliant Stars being below it, but it doesn't have the nostalgia. I think the nostalgia is going to play a huge role. Is it gonna outperform Brilliant Stars? Probably not. Probably not, because it doesn't have a booster box. But yeah, I think I'm gonna settle. Maybe move some of these down here. What's going on down here? Shining Fates, Champion's Path. It's a hard one down here, guys. It's hard. Yeah, Pokemon Go is pretty bad, man. Rebel trash. What's Rebel trash? Would you take a booster box? I mean, you'd always take a booster box above an ETB. Yeah, maybe it's worse. I think maybe that's where we're sitting, guys. That's where we're sitting. Okay, so let me know if you agree on this. You definitely won't, because it's different. I think it's a bit different than what people were expecting. There might be one or two things you guys would move or change, but let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoy this sort of content, please give me a like. Go down there right now, hit the sub. I'm gonna be producing loads more videos now coming forward, and let me know when you want to see, guys. Let me know what sort of content you want to see, what you enjoy, and yeah, just let me know. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.